Hey, Teo here. Today we're going to talk about how to buy the right grinder with the limited budget. For years you've been drinking coffee. You enjoy the coffee from the gas stations, your filter coffee from your Mr. Coffee in the morning, and or maybe you own a Keurig and you always admired your friends' fancy espresso machines. Every time you go there, they make you this awesome lattes. You love it. Then what happened? Christmas time came, Black Friday, whatever. You found this great deal and you bought yourself a starter machine like this Breville Bambino here. Or maybe you bought a DeLonghi ECP, or maybe you bought something else like a Gevi 20-bar espresso machine or something else. Or maybe one of those Chardor espresso machines. You know, the ones they sell on Amazon, less than $200 or so. Whichever machine you buy, you need to get a grinder. And you told yourself, you know what? I already have a grinder, something like this Cuisinart right up here. It's an awesome burr grinder. It does have flat burrs or conical burrs in a way. Works great. And on the grinder, it says coarse, medium, and fine. This should be all right. So you went ahead and bought your favorite coffee beans, and you told yourself, I'm going to go ahead and make myself a cup of espresso or maybe a fancy latte with the steam wand. I'm going to start figuring this thing out. Should I go medium, fine? So you decide to go as fine as yourself because you know espresso takes fine grounds. You fill it with the coffee, hit the grind button, adjust it to smallest possible, whatever, 1 cup mode, and you grind yourself coffee, and this wonderful Bambino or any other machine you just bought, designed to make perfect espresso, all of a sudden the coffee coming down from your portafilter, and you look at it, it's a slight mess around there. You look at it, oh my God, what have I done wrong? Why my coffee all of a sudden came out real fast? How come it didn't come beautifully, slowly from the bottom of the portafilter like those videos I seen? And then, you know what? You brought it down, eventually to the finest, to the last mode, and then you still trying to pull a shot, and after 3-4 tries, you're still having a super fast shot. Coffee doesn't taste right, not like the one you had at your friend's house, or at work or elsewhere. And you said, you know what? Maybe I should go buy those pre-ground espressos, and you went there and bought it, tried it. It's still not the same. It's still not the same. So you went ahead and decided to buy another grinder. So you bought yourself a grinder like this Kidisle coffee grinder. Well, it's a nice coffee grinder. It says anti-static conical coffee grinder. If you notice, it has a filter coffee with the beans on it. That's like a little sign for you guys saying, this is not designed for espresso. But you still want to try because it says espresso on it. And you open up this Kidisle grinder, and then you look at the top, French press, drip pour over, and guess what? It says espresso on it. So you said, oh, my grinder looks exactly like it, but still doesn't say espresso on it, so this must be it. This is the espresso grinder. I'm going to go ahead and make espresso with this guy because it does have stainless steel burrs, a grind chamber. You told yourself, I got myself an espresso grinder. So you ground espresso beans just like you did with yours. You still don't get the result you want because this is not a true espresso grinder. It's a wonderful coffee grinder designed to grind coffee. However, it's not an espresso grinder, even though it's made by a company who's a sister company to Chardor, which Chardor has excellent flat burr espresso grinders. If you notice, I have it in my channel. Look at this grinder. Comes with a cleaning brush and a little thing. It's a perfect filter coffee grinder, but it's not an espresso grinder. So you said, oh, I saw they have that pump type of thing on top. I think I'm gonna get one of those grinders with bellows on it, like this guy here. This is a Viesimple grinder. We use it almost 2 years now. We love it. Matter of fact, when my dedicated espresso grinder has some problems or something, or needs to be cleaning, and I want to make a quick coffee, I use this for espresso. It doesn't give the finest grounds, but it's close enough. I don't think to my taste I will use this as my dedicated espresso grinder, but in a pinch, this will do the job. It's an excellent, excellent grinder. Also, door grinder, just like the one I just showed you guys. But best part is all stainless steel metal, no plastic on this, just a silicone bellows and a wonderful dosing cup. And this thing holds up to 30 grams of coffee. For those of you into filter coffee, this is our daily driver for filter coffee. But if you're in a pinch, this will make an excellent espresso grinder. One of my viewers commented under my most recent video about this, said he uses it primarily as an espresso grinder. I have nothing but wonderful things to say about this little Viesimple. If you want a pure single dose espresso grinder, designed for espresso, but you can also grind, pour over, AeroPress, or filter coffee on occasion, you want to get a grinder, a DF54 like this. Now, price-wise, we started from sub $100. Then we went to this guy, also around that price range. And then we went sub $200. You can get this on sale sometimes sub $150, $149. But if you invested in already from $200 to $300 to a wonderful espresso machine like this, just invest a little more and get yourselves a dedicated espresso grinder like this DF54. It's a wonderful espresso grinder. It gets the job done. And it's a true espresso grinder. So I just wanted to touch base with you, let you know the common mistakes I did when I started into espresso craft. This was my first espresso grinder, believe it or not, which it lasted me a week because I knew it wasn't an espresso grinder shortly after I decided to move forward. And my first machine was a DeLonghi, not even a Breville. And then this one, dedicated filter coffee or AeroPress or drip over grinder, but not an espresso grinder. However, if you're in the market for a true espresso grinder, and if your budget is under $200, I say go with something like this. So I just wanted to share with you guys my journey on espresso grinders and give you some feedback about how it goes. If you're fortunate enough to watch videos like this or someone helping you when you start the espresso, it's great. I'm sure they're going to channel you into a pair like this, a Breville machine or a different machine at that price range, and definitely to an espresso grinder. If you have grinders like this, I'm putting this in the middle because I know this is capable of making espresso, so I'm putting this in the middle. But if you have a grinder like this already, don't go frugal thinking you already have a grinder, or you decide to buy a grinder like this because it says espresso on it. Don't do it. You're going to have nothing but frustration. I highly recommend you guys get either something like this, and if you have a little bit more money, go for a purely dedicated espresso grinder like this. So if you find this video helpful, please go ahead and like and share. If you haven't subscribed yet, join the crew. What are you waiting for? If you are interested in any of these, I'm going to go ahead and link it in the description of this video. I also have a video called TEO'S Deal Hub. Go ahead and check it out. There's so many wonderful deals there. And if you decide to make a purchase through those links, you'll be contributing to my channel at no extra cost to you. So thank you. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, go ahead and drop me a line. I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next TEO'S Take video. Have a delicious day.